let's play some Rainbow Road. Do I want to play expanded or standard? Let's play standard. Play. Where did I get that shirt? Target, I think. JCPenney? JCPenney. I think it was JCPenney. Never not heads. Haha! Never not heads. Alright, so the basis of the deck that we are playing now, this is a more fair or standard Pokemon deck, but it's still got kind of a neat twist to it. We have a fairy Pokemon that does damage, that does bonus damage equal to the number of different types of Pokemon we have on our bench. So this deck plays a bunch of different types of Pokemon in order to do lots of damage with that. So I think the first thing we're going to do here is Ultra Ball. The question is, what are we discarding? I think it's Fighting Fury Belt and this extra energy here. Maybe the Sky Field and the extra energy. Yeah, it's going to be... This is the standard version, so I don't need Skyfield as badly in the standard version of Rainbow Road. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a Yveltal here, or a Xerneas, sorry. Xerneas is our main Pokemon, or Pokewoman, depending on who you're talking to. Jeez, this is a fairy type, probably a Pokewoman. Go ahead and play an Elixir here, which we bricked on because we're bad at this. Let's go ahead and play Fighting Fury Belt on here, play a Fairy Energy, and then go ahead and play Professor Sycamore out here, which discards our hand. Oh, don't have one, and draw 7 new cards. I'm going to go ahead and play the Volcanion here. I could Ultra Ball, so we could Ultra Ball for another Pokemon here. I don't really need this break or the Super Rod, so I'm going to go ahead and Ultra Ball and ditch the break and the Super Rod. And what do we want to search up here? Just a Joltik probably is fine. Grab Joltik, and then we'll play Joltik out onto the bench. And then we'll play Shaymin out, which will... This deck still plays Shaymin. Shaymin's just a staple in a lot of the decks. It's very good, because when it comes into play, get to draw up 2 6 cards in our hand. And then let's go ahead and Trainer Mail here. Lysandre is fine. Yep. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this Jirachi on the bench as well. So next turn, if we're able to put this up to play and attack with it, this is a double type Pokemon, so it counts for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this attack will do 190 points of damage with the Rainbow Force here, because it does 30 more for each different type of Pokemon we have on our bench, which is enough to one-hit KO a lot of things, because like this Hoopa, for instance, only has 170 hit points. Opponent's going to go ahead and do their thing now. And this is a reason to play out all the cards that you have. My opponent played an N here, which we each shuffle our hands into our deck and then draw new hands equal to the number of prize cards we have. So I'm going to draw a new 6 here. It's a little unfortunate because we don't have the card that was going to let us switch our guy or our double colorless energy in our hand anymore. Oh, that's actually... Escape Rope would be good for us here if they played it. Oh, they have a Float Stone, so... Alright, Float Stone's decent for us. I'm going to go ahead and start on Trainer Mail here, I think, see what we find. I don't think I want any of those. I think I'm just going to end here. Oh, I guess I can. I'll grab that for now. I can Ultra Ball for the Joltik evolution here and do that first. So yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to Ultra Ball and discard Fighting Fury Belt and this extra Shaymin, or the extra Xerneas. I'm going to bring the extra Xerneas for now. And grab this Galvantula out of my deck. And then what we want to do now is I can go ahead and evolve this. And I can put Float Stone on the Flygon here. What does this do? Does 10 more damage for each of your bench Pokemon. And then I'm going to go ahead and end. And if we get a double colorless energy in our end cards, we can switch this with this and then knock out my opponent's Hoopa with the Xerneas. I guess the question becomes, do I want to end or do I want a Professor Sycamore? Ending leaves me a Sycamore and a Shaymin in my deck, so that's probably better. It gives my opponent one more card in their hand, though, which kind of sucks. Also, it lets me see one less card. Okay, we hit the DCEs, so that doesn't matter. We're going to go ahead and play Parallel City out here, which locks my opponent into only having 3 Pokemon on their bench, which is good. And I'm going to go ahead and put DCE on my Xerneas here. And then I'm going to go ahead and retreat this for my Xerneas, and then kindly suggest that my opponent taste the rainbow to the tune of 230 points of damage. My opponent's Pokemon is an EX Pokemon, which means when I claim my prizes, I get to take 2 prizes. So they're going to go ahead and claim 2 of my prizes, and we knock out their guy in 1 hit. It's okay, Jake. You have an okay nap? Waking up cranky? You can tutor for a wheel? Yep. Yep. All the card advantage concepts in this game are so very different than coming from like Pokemon and Hex and Magic. Like they're just the cards just function on such a different level. So that does 70. So we're looking for another Float Stone here, or our trainer that lets us swap our Pokemon. So I'm going to go ahead and Trainer Mail here to start, see what we find. And we found an Olympia. So opponents I wouldn't be surprised if they concede when we Olympia here. So we're going to Olympia, which will let us switch back to our Xerneas, and it'll heal this a little bit. Yeah. So we're going to switch back to the Xerneas, and the Xerneas is going to go ahead and one-hit KO their guy, and we're going to take 2 more prizes out. All right, we are going to play a little bit more here. I need to check a diaper really quick, though, so I will be right back. Thank you for hanging out, folks. Don't go anywhere. We're going to play a few more games. All right, and I'm back. Just play another match or two here. Game, match, whatever you want to call them. Sounds okay. Considering we have to keep it, you know, might as well. We'll go ahead and slide this extra Xerneas under bench. Again, you want to hold the extra the Shaymin back in your hand because it has an ability when you add it to the bench. Yeah, the EXs are kind of strange. Back in my days, we had to use rare candy. Rabble, 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 rabble. Correct. Only basic Pokemon can be deployed to the field without having an evolution for them. And then there's this weird thing called breaks, the sideways card. This break gets added on top of Xerneas, and then it has this added attack plus the base attacks from the original thing that it evolved from. Put a metal energy on this. This was evolved into something that needs metal energy. Prevent all damage under this by attacks. Does 30 more. Okay, so let's start with Trainer Mail and see what we get. Max Elixir's not bad. Snake that up since we have an N here in our hand. Go ahead and grab Max Elixir. God, Max Elixir always bricks in this deck. I really want one more Fairy Energy in here, Ryan. I'm so sick of bricking on that card. Go ahead and put DCE on this Xerneas Shaymin up to 6 cards in my hand. I'm going to put a Float Stone on here and then N, I think. Yeah, I think I'm going to N. Parallel City's not bad. So Parallel City, this is kind of a weird anti-hate card in this deck, because Parallel Cities is a card people use to hate on the Rainbow Road deck because it can restrict how many bench Pokemon you have. But if you have a Parallel City in play, your opponent can't play their own Parallel City. So this deck plays Parallel City in order to lock its opponent out of playing their Parallel Cities, which is kind of a weird dynamic. And I'm going to go ahead and play this Joltik out, and then I'll just pass the turn here. You get to attach 1 energy per turn to one of your Pokemon. And then there's cards like Max Elixir here that can let you attach additional energies and things like that. And like this attack here requires 1 Fairy and 2 colorless energies or any kind. And this is a double colorless energy, which counts for 2 colorless. Hey, Pet Flask. EXP share. What does that card do? So it's a tool. Each Pokemon can have 1 tool attached to it. When your active Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack, you may move 1 basic from that. Whoa. Whoa. What was that? If you have fewer Pokemon than your opponent, this does 60 damage for each fewer Pokemon you have in play. What? Why did that do 300? Oh, it's weakness. Oh, crap. Huh. Huh. Well, I guess we're putting this into play and trying to knock this out. I did not realize that this was weak to that. So we're putting a Fairy Energy on here. And this is currently doing plus 10 damage right now. This does 30 damage for each prize card your opponent has taken. Ugh. Okay, well, being weak to steel is a big deal. I don't think we're going to be able to win this. So I've got 2 different lines here. I could Ultra Ball for another Shaymin and draw up 6 cards. I don't have Hoopa in this build. I'm playing, this is the like slower, more consistent build. It's the expanded build that has Hoopa in it. I could go grab Shaymin, or I could just go grab the Volcanion and guaranteed knock this out. The problem is if he has another Metal Energy in his hand, which they likely is going to have access to, because this is going to get to move 1 because of the EXP. All right, well, I just got to go. Let's discard these 2. I could grab this for 2 more types, so that's 2, 3, 4. Doesn't one-shot. Oh, it doesn't. Okay, yeah, I guess I'll just grab this then. And I have 160 hit points. Okay, so it'll do 120 to me. Alright, yeah, let's just do that and knock him out. And then hope for the best. Hopefully he ends me or something. This 140. I forgot this was not an EX Pokemon. Just everyone mostly plays EX Pokemon. So not in a perfect spot, but, you know. Right, Fighting Fury Belt, not a good card to pick up. I played the Hoopa build and this build. Like, I spent a night playing the Hoopa build, and I've spent a bunch of time playing this build, and this build feels better. This build feels better in a lot of the decks that I've been playing against. The Hoopa build is really pretty bad when you can't put Sky City into play, or Sky Stadium. That was the last game that discarded Sky Stadium. More pleasant than Magic Online's a pretty low bar to set, though. Quick guard, prevent all damage. Oh, geez, I discarded my break this game too, didn't I? No, that was last game too. That's really unfortunate. And then I'm just going to get one hit KO'd by this thing again. Hey, bud. I'm pretty sure we're dead. Yeah, pretty sure we're dead. I'm going to go ahead and pack it in. Jake needs a diaper change really quick now, so I'm going to go ahead and change him, and then we'll play another game or two before I call it an afternoon. Yeah, I mean, so one, if there's been, can you DM me or PM me results of these tournaments that you're talking about where these decks are coming on? Because every time I've seen people post on, I've been looking at a lot of Pokemon forums, like looking for deck lists, and the data doesn't actually seem to exist. Like people keep talking about like there's tournaments you can look for it, but like I don't see it well defined anywhere and well linked, and people keep posting it. It's like worst. It's like Magic. People have like every TCG. People are full of more opinions than results, but it's like it's extra bad in this game because at least with Magic and Hex, I can like look at people and go, no, we have data saying you're wrong. You're just wrong. Here's the data that says you're wrong. And like here, that's just not true. We don't have that. We don't have that data. It doesn't seem to exist, or if it exists, it's not accessible. So, you know, I'm all for good data and educated and informed decisions, but it doesn't seem to be very easy to make educated and informed decisions regarding Pokemon TCG deck building currently. All right. Maybe you should trainer mail before I do anything else there. First Seeker, Super Rod. Huh. Do I want a Sycamore this year? God, it always feels like a spew when I don't play a supporter. Yeah, I think I probably should have. Yeah, and this was my mistake here. I should have DCE'd and not put the fairy energy on here. I guess I could have Ultra Balled there first. Yeah, Ultra Balling there first is probably better. Yeah, definitely better. Let's use the words definitely better. And see, this deck is very different than the builds that I've been playing. 2 Trainer Mail, huh? Yeah, maybe we'll give that a try. We've got a lot of the cards that are in there. Yeah, and that's definitely true as well, which is why a total, like, overall, the amount of data that you're seeing is pretty important. And there's not a volume of data that seems to go along with Pokemon. Like, just because this particular Rainbow list happened to top 8 this tournament doesn't necessarily make it automatically optimal. That being said, I haven't tried a build that has Hoopa and Joltik in it, so I'm definitely interested in trying a build that has both. But I am just letting you know that I've gone looking for data, and I've never seen these results before, so that's exciting to get to look at. Trainer Mail just seems like one of the best cards in this game, so like playing less than a bunch of them seems silly. What am I doing here? God, if I really wish I would have put the DCE on here last turn. I'm just like elixiring here to start. Grab that, put it on here. And then I'm going to Ultra Ball for the evolution to Joltik, and then Sycamore. That doesn't seem like the stone worst. Grab a Galvantula. Alright, clicking on that link as well. Go ahead and play Sycamore here. Draw 7. Hey, look at that. We had a DCE, so let's start knocking them out. In the most literal sense. And we got another DCE here as well. Do I want to Super Rod and put some of these back? Yeah, I think I'm in the business of putting Shaymin and a Fairy Energy back in my deck, so let's go ahead and do that. It's possible I should save that because that's my second Super Rod I'm through. Nope, just the first. Never mind. JK. Put Fighting Fury Belt on here. Trainer Mail, I guess. Do I want a... I'll take a Verse Seeker. That's fine. Go ahead and Rainbow Force. Larynx, you can get involved for completely free. One of the really sweet things that they do on here that seems really neat is they give you theme decks for free just when you start playing, and they have a theme deck versus mode basically where you only play against people with similar power level decks, which is sweet. So you can play and enjoy the game without having to invest anything at all, really. Jake, would you like to come over here and sit with your dad? Come here. So we having a rough time post-nap? Are you having a rough post-nap time? You sit with your dad? Hi, Dad. Hi. We just woke up from our nap and we're having kind of a rough time. Dad doesn't like when he has to wake up from his naps either. It's always a little groggy. Do you want something to drink? Vespiquen. What does this card do? I know this is a deck in the format. You may draw a card, so you have 6 cards in your hand. This is 10 damage. 10 more damage for each Pokemon in your discard pile. Which is currently how many? A lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he's doing 90 right now. This is an installable application. Pokemon, just Google Pokemon TCG. It's a free download. Works on OS X and Windows and Android and iOS officially. Also works on, I'm running this on Linux free Wine currently, so it also works there as well. This is standard, so Night March is an expanded deck. Pokemon can use attacks of yours in play. Huh. Jake's having a rough time after his nap.
Are you almost done?
Yep, I'll just play one or two more. So we could slide a Float Stone onto something here. I probably just want to play the Hex Maniac, honestly. I guess I could also knock out this Vespa Queen. Do I have a Lysandre in here? I don't have a Lysandre in here. Yeah, I think I'm just going to play the Maniac. Just stop abilities here, and then go ahead and Rainbow Force this and knock it out. So my opponent's going to get to do a bunch of stuff next. No, they're actually not, because the Hex Maniac shuts off the Shaymin that went back to their hand. So hopefully the Maniac here is going to go ahead and lock them out here. We have a Blitzel here. This retreats for free. Of course it does. How you doing? You want to come say hi to the internet? Say hi, internet. My name is Declan. Hi. Good waving, D. Good waving. Yeah, look at there's Declan. Declan's on the computer. You want a drink? I have not finished Battlegrounds yet. We will finish Battlegrounds on stream at some point. We did a second Battleground stream. We will do a third probably to finish it out. God, can you... All right, what do they got going on? So remember, all their Pokemon abilities are currently locked out, and this survives because it has plus 40 health from my. Let's go ahead and Verse Seeker here and grab the Hex Maniac back to our hand. I'm actually going to go ahead and energy up this Shaymin just so we can activate it if we need to. You wave, Indy. Let's go ahead and knock out their queen here. Snag another prize. Yeah? You're like, where'd Mom and Brother go? No, you cannot have the Clorox wipes. Clorox wipes are not for tiny children. They're for disinfecting things that tiny children make messes of. Alright, what does this do? Zebra Strike. Damage from your lightning Pokemon. Damage from attacks if your lightning Pokemon isn't affected. So, Larynx, the main thing, the core of trainers and all the different Pokemon decks is very similar. There's like an overlap of like 20 to 40 traders that make up the core of a lot of decks, and then the energy and the Pokemon are what vary between them. Like these Super Rods and these Trainer Mails and Verse Seeker and Professor Sycamore and Ultra Ball. These cards are present in most Pokemon decks. Opponent concedes. We're going to play one more, and then we're going to go ahead and call it a day. Oh, you saw me set down the box of... No Clorox wipes for the infant. Dad's playing one more, and then we're taking these way outside of toddler reach. I'm going to put these up over here so I don't have to hold them, actually. Outside of the grip of the toddler. Your dad is so mean, hiding things from you. That's true. Shaymin is basically everywhere, because that card is real good. I would like to go first. Shaymin as our opener feels real bad. At least our opponent had to mulligan, so we get to draw one extra. Hopefully our opener is a... We want to draw Xerneas for like an Ultra Ball here as our first card. Otherwise this hand is just going to be N before we do anything. So one of the things that's really nice about this game is even though you can only mulligan when you don't have a basic, so you don't have a lot of control over what's in your opening hand, we have these Ns and these Professor Sycamores and these Trainer Mails that kind of sift through our deck. So the things that you're doing, your deck's fairly consistent at the things that it's doing throughout the course of all of your games. You're doing the same things over and over again every game because you just see a lot of cards. Oh, you want cracker? Say cracker, please. I would like to draw. So we get 2 draws. Hey, look, there's the Xerneas that I asked for. So that's sweet. So we can elixir, get the elixirs going here. Oh, that's annoying. So this can prevent damage from... This can prevent damage from non-evolved Pokemon, but thankfully I actually have my break here in my opener. This break is in our deck explicitly for beating Jolteon, so I think I'm actually just going to go ahead and Maniac here and pass the turn since I have the break in my hand. You're switching out my... I would love if you'd Lysandre me. That's sweet. I guess you just want to start attacking me? Alright, so, play my break, play my N. Hopefully find enough guys to kill you here. So we can put an energy on here. We can put Flygon on the bench. We can put Fighting Fury Belt. Oh, no, wait. This doesn't work because it's not basic, right? Crap. I'm dumb. I always do that. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Fighting Fury Belt should not have gone on here because I'm an idiot. And then I gotta decide, do I want to Ultra Ball for a second Shaymin, or do I want to just get the double type? I think I want to get a second Shaymin. I think I need to Shaymin to try and get more types. Oh yeah, you can go back and watch my streams. That's not the first time I've made that mistake. Let's be honest here. That's not the first time I've made that mistake. Probably won't be the last time I make that mistake. Grab the Super Rod, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. And I'm gonna go ahead and Ultra Ball here. And discard this and this. And I'm going to go grab the Volcanion and slide that into play. And then I have 4 different types of Pokemon, so this attack's going to do 130 damage to my opponent's Jolteon here. So it was one type short there. If this would have found one more type of Pokemon, this would have been able to knock this out in one hit. Oh, you need more? And our Xerneas is 150 hit points here. That's really unfortunate. So I got the Parallel City in there. Hey, don't play with the plugs. Here's some more to drink. No, you don't want more? Okay. And us into some new cards. It's not the worst. Is he going to retreat this? This has a free retreat cost, which is unfortunate for us. Oh, and he can attach the Electrode to this, too? You're not having the Clorox wipes, bud. You're not. Sorry. And now, unfortunately, my opponent has locked the amount of basic Pokemon that I'm able to have on my bench right now, so I cannot actually play out these. Normally, I'd be... Oh, I can knock this out, right? I'm confused. They just want me to knock that out? Sure. And put this on here, and then I'm going to go... You're such a turd. I'm going to go ahead and Super Rod, kick my desk, and put these back into my deck here. And we'll go ahead and Rainbow Force this. Grab a prize. So what does this do? Exact volts may deal 50 more damage and leave your opponent's active Pokemon paralyzed. If you do this, does 30 damage to itself. Well, that's pretty good. So that takes 4 energy, though, right? But he can attach its... He knocked itself out to attach it to it. And then he can play 1 more energy from his... Oh, yeah. So now he's going to kill this. Oh, don't end me. Come on. That's really unfortunate. Scale of 1 to dead. Looking pretty dead. Yeah. You're going to put this out here. And unfortunately, the downside to being cute and using this Parallel City to prevent them from Parallel Citying us is that we can't use our stadium to knock their stadium out. I'm still unsure how I feel about that difference. I'm going to go ahead and put this Fairy Energy on here. And then Sky Return this. And I guess... Yeah, I guess I'm putting this into play. Because maybe we can hit a Float Stone off the Shaymin next turn. This only does 170 damage, so this will technically live. Oh, it has a Fighting Fury belt on it, doesn't it? And a Lysandre. That's rough. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and call it a day, folks. This game is basically over. Well played, opponent. Should have 1 Silent Lab in your deck. I don't know what Silent Lab does. Oh, is that the one that discards the stadium and does 3 cards? I haven't really made any changes other than adding some Fighting Fury belts from what you built, Ryan. So, and we talk a lot. So, you know, if you told me to do something at some point and I wasn't actually playing the game, it definitely didn't get done. So I'm going to go ahead and call it an afternoon, folks. Been going for a while. If you missed any of the stream, you watched us play the sweet Charbilcher-like deck. All those archives will go up on the YouTube channel here shortly. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll probably be around this weekend at various points. Everyone have a good New Year if you don't see you before then. Peace.